Come on in. What are we hunting tonight? Why don't you just decloak and have a seat right over there? That's right, right over there. Why? Well, because this is Predator and Prey. Which are you? I'm Chris Hansen. Yes, welcome back, HOTU clan members. You are watching Predator and Prey, a Yautja podcast. I am one of your HOTU clan members, Ray, P-Ray, and with me, as always, is Justin, the OWLF. Justin, how are you going?
Good, Ray. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. A little bit of a kerfuffle there with the intro video, but
it's great though. I love your new intro.
Oh no, thank you.
Compiled for us. Yeah, great.
Got to keep it up to date with all the new Predator content. So very excited that we have Predator content to talk about. Yeah. Justin, before we just get into what each other have been doing recently, we are going to be covering Badlands, Predator Badlands. Yes. This episode, if you didn't already know, and if it wasn't painfully apparent, if you're watching the video, we've got the big poster over there. But again, long overdue, like our last episode on Killer of Killers, but very excited. Again, a couple of absent HOTU hunters in Rasucha and Small Knife, but hopefully we can, hopefully that can be back on board the ship in some time.
Yes, it'd be cool if we did an episode at some point with both of them where we talk about the two films and get their thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Both of those. Yeah, I'd love that.
I mean, these two films deserving of discussion, albeit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, albeit quite late. Before that, Justin, how things been? It's been,
good. Yeah, not too bad. I've been on some hunts. I've been having a good time of it. Lovely. Haven't gotten any trophies yet, but working my way up to it.
Nice.
How about yourself?
Just living, day to day, jumping from tree to tree, just seeing which guerrilla camp I can target. Nothing too difficult. I did catch yourself, Justin, on one of a shout out to Capes and Lunatics, of course, a fantastic network.
Thank you.
You were on there, Justin, with this was a dream come true. The two titans of vocals, Justin, you and DG Chichester.
Oh yeah. That's so good. Yeah, we had a great time talking about some Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and I, apart from listening to both of your dulcet tones, I've got to shout out DG Chichester mentioned Manimal. I loved that show.
What Manimal, yeah.
Manimal. I didn't realize. I think I looked it up ages ago. I think it's only 1 or 2 seasons. It was a lot shorter than I remember.
Something like that, yeah.
But I used to love it.
It left an indelible impression.
Yeah, absolutely. Turning into a panther, turning into an eagle. Those were the two animals I remember.
Good.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
yeah, I got to go back and revisit Manimal. Yeah.
Do you think it would be on Blu-ray? Do you think it's a chance to be on...
If it's not on Blu-ray, you've got to be able to find it on streaming somewhere. I bet someplace has it. Yeah.
The entire series. That would be so good.
Yeah. You could binge it.
Anyway, a little bit of a segue. It'll be interesting to see how Manimal would come up against Yautja. I think.
That would be an interesting fight. A changeling.
A changeling up against, or even up against Thea or Tessa. That would be very interesting too.
True. Yeah.
But as we mentioned, we are looking at Predator Badlands. I managed to watch this, Justin, over the weekend, just gone, so it's still fresh in the mind.
Nice.
My little man Finn, he was so excited because I guess it was like a grown up film that he could watch, and
Yeah.
I was excited as well. So we got on Saturday. We dimmed the lights, we turned it up, we had some, I don't know if we had some popcorn, we had some snacks, but he was riveted throughout,
Oh, I love it.
from
Yeah.
beginning to end, and he was asking questions during the film, after the film, even during it, where I had to go, shh, let's just see how this plays out, you know. But it was so fun to watch it with him. Before we get into
Oh, I love it.
any discussion, Justin, the formal discussion, let's play the trailer for those that
Yeah.
need their whistles wet.
Yes, definitely.
Welcome to the most dangerous planet in the universe, where everything is trying to kill you. I need a hand. You're here to prove yourself. Hunting something that can't be killed. We might not be alone in this hunt.
Yaslan zor için. Det jet yollayçış.
Yeah, so that was Badlands, one of the trailers. There were a fair few, but Justin, kick us off. What did you think of this film, the latest in the Predator franchise?
I loved it from beginning to end. I thought this was as perfect a Predator film as we could possibly get now. And it didn't even need to be like rated R. It didn't need to be bloody. We didn't need to see the spines ripped out and the guts. Like in this one, we got like the real, I like to call it the meat and potatoes of the Yautja culture. You get to see like the interactions between Deck and his brother, and then the father, and just it was really interesting. I really liked this new a look on what it is to be a Yautja, because it definitely contradicted a lot of the things that we've seen before about this species of creature and how they have such a rigid, inflexible code of honor, but yet you have this character who's just like, to hell with this. I'm gonna make my own clan at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
I don't need to follow in the footsteps of my father or try to impress any of the other members of this clan. Like, I'm going to do my own thing, and that it's very fly in the face of Yautja culture, and I love that. I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it very much taps into that whole thing of going against the society or the social norms, right, of the culture. So, yeah, as you say, Deck, he's it actually reminded me a lot of the Predator versus Black Panther. There was
Yes.
the young kind of predator there that was in a kind of similar situation as well. So I wonder whether there was some overlap there.
Overlap, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, like you, I really enjoyed it as well. It is what it was, which is a lore building expansion of the Predator universe, and I think Trachtenberg has done so well over the 3 films that he's had a hand in, and this was a very fun. I think, as you say, and I'm kind of glad it was PG as well, so Finn could watch it as well, because he he just loved it. I mean, there were some, and there are spoilers here, although this is an old film by the time we are discussing this. But there were some, like, violent bits. Like, there was acid being spat at, and synthesoids being kind of dissolved, and there were heads
destroyed,
being crushed.
And that one creature got bisected in half.
Yeah, the bone bison, which was really, really cool. But yeah, it's funny though, Justin, because you're saying, I think a lot of it as well. It does veer away from that kind of rigid society of predators, but at the same time, it highlights it, which is what Deck is up against. There's such a tradition there. We see at the beginning, he and Quay, having a fight, and it's almost, again, almost likening to Kenji and Kiyoshi from Killer of Killers, where they are siblings.
Duo.
Yeah, and they have this overbearing father who, I mean, I thought it was a great highlight of the Yautja culture where, what is it called? What is the term? Is it familicide? It's where there's no problem killing your own kin.
Something like that.
Yeah, where the dad had no problems killing his son, because he's dishonored or he's considered weak. And I think that is one of the main strengths or main core values, obviously, of the Yautja culture, where it's either you survive or you die. It doesn't. We don't care about emotional attachment or whether or not I'm your father or I'm your son. You're going to die if you're not good enough. And so that, I think it was a really great dynamic. Before we get into more of the scenes and the details, Justin, I just wanted to address, because I've been reading a lot of like reviews and reactions to people with this movie. What is your take then I've heard things of, this is very kind of Disney-fied for Predator, or this was literally a Star Wars kind of story. It wasn't a Yautja story. What's your take on that? Or what's your response to those sorts of, perspectives? I mean, everyone's opinion. They're fine. I mean, everyone's entitled to it.
Yeah.
But what would you say to that?
I think that probably a lot of really die-hard Predator fans that are all about, the whole strength is paramount to everything, that they'll probably be turned off by this interpretation. They'd probably see Deck as soft or something like that. But I don't agree with that. I think that there's different types of strength, and Dan Trachtenberg is an excellent writer and director in that he can highlight that. He highlights that in Deck. He highlights that in the name. What's her name? Thea.
Thea. Yeah.
And also the baby Kalisk, the strength, like the bravery that this little tiny thing has in the face of all this stuff, these overwhelming oppositions. Like, there's different kinds of strength, and Dan Trachtenberg understands that, and he knows how to highlight that well. So the people that would say like this is a soft Predator or whatever, they don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah.
Which is okay. It's not for everybody, but I would encourage people to, if they've watched it and had that opinion of it, I'd encourage them to watch it a second time. Because having watched it twice, I noticed a lot of details that I didn't notice the first time. And it has a lot of stuff that rewards repeated viewings, and they might find something that they can appreciate from it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think, and this is only my assumption and my theory, is that, there's it kind of veers away from the classic mysterious figure, right? So once you start opening up and you start seeing how it is on the other perspective, on the other side, on the predator's side, you lose that kind of aura of mystery, which obviously numbers 1 and 2 had, but subsequently we've lost that kind of mystique throughout the other movies, right? So it's no longer this silent, invisible killer because that was a big thing, right? That was a big thing in Predator, the first one, and I think I voiced this with you last we spoke. It was like, I wonder if my son Finn would ever get those sorts of chills that I got seeing Predator for the first time, because when he unmasked his mask in front of Arnie, and it was like, oh my gosh, this was awesome. It was a chilling moment.
Yeah.
But Finn now has watched Badlands. He's seen what a Yautja looks like. There's no mystery to it anymore. I wonder if it would still have the same impact. I think it would. I think it would still be good. But I guess going back to my point, it can only be good to expand the lore. There are ways that you can redo the same thing over and over again, and you can. Naru was not Naru, Prey was kind of like that as well. It was like a one-on-one against a predator, and it was done very well. But how many times do we want to see that? Do we want to see that every film? I don't know. I don't think so. And I think this opens the door. Killer of Killers opens the door to actually see other things. And sorry, if you just indulge me, Justin, one more time on my soapbox here. I think. Now I've lost my thought. But yeah, it's. I think it's totally valid to expand it and to have something different. That can only kind of enrich the storyline, enrich the franchise. So.
I agree completely, and I like how this is the first Predator movie since Predators that has taken place on an alien planet.
A good point.
And that was something I think we had been missing for a while, because you've got a great environment in Genna, the planet that we have here, in that literally everything is dangerous. The grass is made out of blades, like the plant life or tentacles that will eat you, and like even the second that poor Deck, like he hadn't even gotten out of the escape pod, like his ship had encountered all this atmospheric turbulence, and he got ejected in the escape pod, and the poor dude hadn't even made landfall yet before something was attacking him in the sky.
Oh gosh, it really did paint the picture of the deadliest planet in the universe, right? It was just everything about it. You couldn't even anything that he moved in, and I love the stuff like the blade grass, like even grass that you wouldn't even think of, or razor grass, I think it was. It was really cool.
So cool.
Sorry, I wanted to go back to also just the notion of people not liking it, as you're saying, thinking Deck is soft by any standard. Again, I think what we have here, and it's framed pretty well, is that he's kind of not from the same cloth as your typical Yautja as well. So the point of difference is there. And, I see the comments about humanizing the predators. It's just, very much, it's not a predator. It's not the way the Yautjas think. Again, Deck is a unique, I guess, predator in that sense. He's got a lot of the traits, right, that the predators have.
Yes.
Right? He butts heads with Thea. I love that talk about the alpha wolf. And she says, that was really cool. Like she's saying, the alpha wolf isn't the biggest, baddest wolf in the pack. It's the one that protects everyone.
It's the guardian.
Yeah, and he's going. And then the first thing that Dex says, well, I want to be the alpha wolf that kills everyone. It's like well, you're kind of not seeing it yet, Deck, but he does later on.
It.
Yeah, but
he does later on.
Yeah, but he doesn't get it because in his blood he's coded with the predator culture, and I think that's really good. Again, that Trachtenberg doesn't ignore that. It's just that Deck is different from the rest. And then so we see that, and we see his journey. His journey, I think, is really good. So the premise, of course, is he what an opening scene. He loses his brother Quay. I want to see a movie on Quay.
I know, yeah, he's a badass.
He's great. But even he, and whether it's genetic or something, there's a little bit of going up against the system as well. And so he helps his brother. He's actually meant to kill his brother by his father, and he doesn't do it because he wants Deck to prove himself, to be worthy, and he gives him that chance, and then off he goes. Quay dies, and then so Deck's mission is basically to kill this Kalisk, this unbeatable beast, even something the father is scared of, and bring that back as a trophy, and that's the only way that he'll kind of be accepted. And yeah, I think that's a great premise, and it's a great kind of people again talking about buddy cop. There is an element of that, but I think it's more of a journey of you see Deck change up against the Kalisk, and as you mentioned, we get the baby Kalisk because we don't know from the start, the little Bud. I think she calls him Bud or Buck.
Yeah, Bud. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Which is really cool because Finn picked it. My son picked it straight away. I'm sure everyone did. When the Kalisk smelled Deck and backs off, Finn goes, oh, and you should have just seen his face. He's going, oh, that baby's a Kalisk. I'm going, yeah, I think you're right.
I love it. Yeah.
What did you think of that character, like the baby Kalisk? With all
I loved it.
The comedic.
So good.
There's some comedic timing with it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. When they were sitting around the fire and he was eating the haunch of the bone bison, and the little baby Kalisk was staring up at him expectantly, like, oh, I want a piece of that too.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of mimicking all of Deck's motions when Deck was going to go to sleep, like the little baby was mimicking everything he was doing. It was so great.
It was very funny. It was very cool, and then I think that was building up to the fact that I love that scene where Thea is trying to pretend that she's Tessa to that synthesoid. And then she almost gets there, but then the bad synth goes, well, what about that then? And there's little Bud dressed
up in a little coat. So good.
A different sort of comedy, which you don't usually get from Predator. You usually get like the Arnie one-liners, or you get like a bit of dark humor, but this was a little bit more straight up, and I thought that was quite nice. But yeah, no, that was great. I thought, and they dropped the little hints as well. Like Thea was unaware of the species when they first met up with Bud. Like she's, I don't know this one, and it being unnaturally strong, it actually going toe to toe with Deck, because we've got to remember Deck's a Yautja. They're very strong and they're very agile. Yeah, but I loved it. I loved the different animals, right? So you got the bone bison, you had Callus, the lava, is it the lava bug? I think I can't remember the
Luna bugs.
Yeah.
That had the big tentacles, and those things looked like they were bigger than the bone bisons were.
Yeah,
massive. They were massive.
They were absolutely massive.
Crazy.
It's really funny, Justin. Just incidentally, I saw a documentary ages ago, and it was scientists theorizing how the world would be, something like 200 million years from now, just speculating.
From now,
And obviously humans are long gone, and what has evolved. And one of the things I really enjoyed was octopi, cephalopods would actually make their way onto land, and they would swing from trees. This is the theory that they're saying. So when I saw that, the Luna bug, I'm just thinking, Yep, there we go.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah. Well, octopi are ancient. They're one of the original species that have been around since the beginning. So that totally makes sense.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Stick around. Yeah, I love that.
Fascinating creatures. But so we had the bone bison as well. The little the eels I thought were really cool.
Yes. I was going to mention, I'm glad you brought that up, because the eel that befriends Deck was kind of like my secret favorite in the whole movie. I just love that so much. because he was kind of like his own little shoulder cannon.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he didn't have the blaster, but he had this
Yep.
little eel that did the same thing, and I just loved it so much.
It was very cool. I've got to talk about that armor. That for me, that was almost a subtle hint as well. To the first film, Predator, where
Yes.
Arnie uses the jungle for his own camouflage with the mud and his bow and arrow and his spear. He uses the jungle to make his weapons. And what we have with Deck is that he's on this foreign planet and he's lost all his gear. Tessa's taken it all, but he uses, and it was so clever, he uses the dangerous elements of the world as for his weaponry. So his bone bison armor, which is incredibly hard. He had some razor grass on a spear or something, which was like a club, which was fantastic. Those little the eel, which was exactly like a shoulder cannon. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah,
And the exploding the
Yes.
vegetation that released the spikes, the paralyzing spikes,
yeah,
and
and the caterpillars,
Yeah.
that exploded as well. That was awesome. Like,
so cool.
I
Yeah.
loved it, and his armor. I mean, also I forgot to mention our fellow HOTU clan member Rasucha got us onto. I don't have the visuals here.
Oh yeah.
He got us onto the new NECA figures that are coming out from Badlands, and one of my favorites
Yes.
is the bone bison armor. It just looks so good.
So cool. Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, but that was a really nice twist. I thought, like, that was a really kind of cyclical. You got the Yautja now doing the same thing that Arnie did. I thought that was really, really cool, and it was so effective as well. It's nice having, for want of a better term, I guess we're making the comparisons with Star Wars, the stormtroopers, all the synthesoids,
Yeah.
easy fodder, and
Right.
love seeing the different ways that they were killed, which was very funny.
I laughed so hard too when Thea's lower half was
Yeah.
fighting independently of the
Yeah.
top half.
Oh, there's so
It
many.
was so imaginative and fun. It was
Yeah.
just- yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's a good segue as well, Justin. So with the synthesoids, how did you find the synthesoids from Weyland Yutani represented in Badlands?
I loved that. I thought that was so smart from another great idea from Dan of combining the franchises together and keeping that continuity and keeping that theme together. And it made sense too, because if you have a bunch of synthesoids dying, like, it's not real blood, it's not real people, so you can give it a PG-13 rating. You can get a much bigger audience, and then your son can watch it and not have to worry about people's spines getting ripped out. Because I saw the original Predator much too young, and it scarred me a little bit.
The face of Billy just slumped over the log as his spine gets ripped
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the dead people they find hanging from the trees,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
oh man, it was a lot for
Yeah.
for a young child.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god! And then they went up a level with Predator 2 as well. So
Yes. By that time, I was a little bit older, so I'd
Yeah.
been desensitized to the violence a little bit. But
yeah, but that was graphic. So
Yeah.
I'm glad about it as well, and exactly like you, I think the synthesoids were used well by Trachtenberg. I like the idea again of that the eternal mission by Weyland Yutani to find things to weaponize, and
Yes.
we know the Kalisk has got an amazing regenerative ability. This was a cool find as well. I was just like going, what the when Deck was fighting it, and he slits it from the underbelly. I'm going, excellent, that's it. He's got it. Like, he's got
That's
his
it.
trophy. But then it heals and. The head, he cuts the head off.
the
and
head reattaches.
Yeah, oh my gosh. It's like, okay. But then you can understand why Weyland Yutani want this thing.
Yes, it's a perfect specimen for study and for weaponization. If they can clone that thing,
Yeah.
or if they can figure out how to use its genetics, its regenerative capabilities, or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we do that with starfish, don't we? I mean,
Sure,
we
yeah.
do research on them because they have amazing regenerative
Yes.
abilities. But yeah, I thought that was really cool as well. And then to have the just the play, I was about to say dichotomy, but they're not really, because they were friends at first, between Thea and Tessa. I like that. And Tessa obviously similar. I mean, there are parallels with the Yautja. Tessa is happy to follow, Mother, the organization, whereas Thea starts to kind of draw away from it. Even though she's an AI, like a synthesoid, she starts to form these other thoughts. And what I thought was really poignant moment was when, whether he meant it or not, Dec mentions to Thea, "Oh, so Tessa's like your sister." And she goes, sister, I like that idea. And so
she didn't really think about it in those concepts because she's a synthesoid. Yeah.
And then it was explained a bit later that, Weyland Yutani gave them emotions so that they could do their mission, right? Which was to find, to go to this alien world. But I found that was really kind of well done. A limited time, screen time for, this relationship between Thea and Tessa. But I thought it was well enough. There were bits where Tessa seemed like she almost got it from Thea, like she understood where Thea was coming from, or at least was remembering with fond memories their past when they were working together. So that was good. I still was glad when she died, Tessa.
They did a good job making her into a villain that you like to see their defeat at the end. It's a satisfying triumph.
Yeah, I mean, she's not totally evil, right? But she was there standing in the way of Dec, and the fact of wanting to study or get a Yautja specimen and study him. I mean, that's bad enough, right? So but yeah. Right. I thought the synthesoids were really good. As you said, the legs, the funny kind of, there are my legs, and she working on it. That was really cool. There's always the betrayal, like, where Dec discovers that his mission was to actually get the Callisk, so she would have deprived him of his trophy. So there's a lot of conflicting feelings there. But I like his little posse at the end, I think.
Yes. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it leaves it wide open again, just like in Killer of Killers. I love this from Dan Trachtenberg. He knows how to do this to leave it wide open for a sequel.
Yeah.
We have a great cliffhanger ending.
Oh, my gosh.
At the end of this one, where Dec's mother shows up at the end.
That's a bomb, right? That Trachtenberg has dropped a bomb on the fans. Yeah. Because there's been forever speculation about female Yautjas. We've never seen them. We've seen impressions of them, like artistic impressions. But
never in a movie.
Never in the movie. This is the first mention of Mother. So
I love it.
Who knows? Like, will she look like, are they different, vastly different looking? If you look at a male and female of a species, like peacocks, or I'm just thinking off the top of my head. The male is
cardinals or something like that. And
will they follow the track that the females are generally like bigger and badass?
Man, I can't wait to see it.
The Alien Queen, So this is going to be really interesting. Oh, I mean, having said that as well, Justin, the ending was really cool. We have Dec coming back to the planet.
Yes. Getting his justice.
Yeah. And instead of throwing, obviously, the Callisk head, we get the head of the android of Tessa, basically.
Yes. Tessa's head.
And then Dec is actually quite a proficient fighter. Are we meant to have gleaned that he improved over the course of his time at Genna? I was just not confused, but it was just that because at the beginning when he fought Quay, they were pretty much evenly matched, but he takes his dad down pretty easily. Like,
I think it's because he had built up so much rage and we see that a couple of times. They do a good job of showing, like, he's remembering his brother and he's just screaming out his rage. He's building up so much intensity of anger about what happened to his brother that I think that was what tipped the balance. Right. He used that rage about what happened to Quay to get justice for both of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was great. And what we learn as well, again, a little bit of Yautja culture, to earn, like, to be made worthy, like you kind of graduate and get your invisibility, which was, I thought was really cool as well. So that was made mention at the beginning. He doesn't have it from what I understand, at the beginning. But at the end, he defeats his dad, and he grabs the little thing and puts it in his gauntlet, and he's able to cloak himself, which
It's like a rite of passage to
yeah.
get that weapon.
yeah, I think that was really nice as well.
So cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a fantastic. I thought it was a fantastic film, Justin. If we were to give this out of Lunar Bugs, how many Lunar Bugs would you give it?
Definitely 5 out of 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree as well. I think Dan Trachtenberg hasn't done anything wrong in his 3 films. I have been in the forums. I have seen, people it's not their cup of tea. Fair enough.
It's okay.
It won't be. That's fine.
They might like Killer of Killers better.
Yeah.
Or they might like Prey better. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I can only give my own personal opinion. Same like you, Justin. I thought it was really fun. I really would like. Finn has already asked. Is there a next one? I'm going. Yeah, I hope so. I think so. I think it did well. So we'll have to see. Maybe.
Do you think that Killer of Killers would be too violent for him?
Yeah,
where it's animated. Yeah.
Although it's animated, I still think so. Yeah, actually, he told me.
Yeah.
He told me there was only. He confided. He told me there was only one scene in Badlands that really kind of freaked him out. It was actually the first time you see Tessa, and
when she's all lashed up to the
because he said she looked like a zombie, and he's a bit scared of zombies. I was going, no worries. I said, she's just a robot, remember, and she got patched up. She's fine. She just looked a bit scratched. That's all.
Yeah. Well, her eye was all messed up, and her face was
exactly.
It makes sense that he would think that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Killer of Killers, where people get eviscerated.
Yeah. Might want to wait a few years for that.
Well, I want him to watch. I want him to watch Marvel Zombies, but I know we're a fair bit away there.
Might want to wait a few years for that one too.
Exactly.
Something to look forward to, though.
Yeah,
he can watch Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, he loves that. He loves those. He loves, and he keeps on asking me when's the next one. I said I don't know. I think it's this year. I'm not sure. I think it's this year.
I think it is the summer.
So he's been looking forward to that.
Nice.
But HOTU clan members, let us know what you think as well. There is a vast, diverse reaction to this movie. I'm keen to hear like that, as well as Killer of Killers and Prey. Like, what do you think of the Trachtenberg trilogy so far? Hit us up on Discord or Blue Sky. Let us know what you think. Or even on Facebook. Facebook's a bit of a dinosaur thing now, isn't it, Justin? I don't know. Is it?
I think so. Yeah, I mean,
I still love it, but
it's got its entertainment purposes.
It certainly does. It certainly does, Justin. I do see your post. That's entertainment.
Oh yeah, I should have put Deck will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Exactly. Yeah. Harrigan will return. That is very entertaining. If you haven't, go check out Justin's posts. He's got a lot. Manimal, get Manimal in there. So
Manimal, that's going to be the next one. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
But yeah, please let us know your thoughts. We love to. We're back, baby. So
we're back.
Looking forward to. Just wait until we get Rasucha and Small Knife back. And we've got plenty to look forward to. Again, we're going to recap this again with them, with Killer of Killers. So I'm looking forward to that. Justin, you mentioned a great idea for coming episodes. Oh, I think I may have lost Justin there. Oh, I've lost. You're there. Yes.
There I am. Yeah, I blipped out.
No worries.
I was looking at Marvel Predator comics on the app, and I had totally forgotten that Predator Black, White, and Blood has been released.
Yes.
So I thought it would be great if we started covering some of that stuff.
Yes. One episode per issue, right? Or one issue per
I think they're on anthology books.
Yeah.
So that would give us a good chance to kind of dive in and
that sounds absolutely. I'm totally up for that.
Analyze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll put
yeah.
up again. We are playing catch up. I will put up discussion threads on the Facebook and Discord and Blue Sky and such. Let us know your thoughts on Predator: Black, White, and Blood. It'll be awesome. Can't wait to get into
Yeah,
it, Justin.
yeah.
Can't wait.
I'm excited too. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we sign off, is there anything you want to shout out, Justin, that you've been doing lately?
Capes and Lunatics, we're doing some cool stuff over there. We're doing some Silver Age retrospectives. We're doing some Secret Wars coverage.
Nice.
All kinds of stuff. And over on my solo show, The Lost Library of Legends, I've got some new episodes coming out very soon. So
Nice.
keep an eye out for those. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have them in the show description as well. Go check it out in podcast form. For those listening, there is always a video available, so you can see Justin and I, as well as the trailer for Badlands.
Yes.
But yeah, just any platform, we're happy to hear and see you. But yeah, as far as for me, just a couple of games. I do Road Plays games, doing Final Girl and Marvel Champions stuff. Moon Knight, the new series, Mark Spector Moon Knight, is out.
Brand new. Yeah.
Brand new, so going to be reviewing that first issue very, very soon. But yeah, other than that, just keep your eyes peeled on all our socials. Just keep on talking Predator. Love to get engaged.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Justin, as always.
Yes, thank you, Ray. It was super fun.
We'll
Fun.
We'll see you in the next episode.
We'll talk some Black, White, and Blood next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And until then, as always,
Remember,
shit happens. Catch you later.